So this screen is visible for you. Students respond, no?
Yeah, ma'am.
The schematic page is visible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Fine. So we just need to realize this. In order to realize this, we require two comparators or two op-amps. I've just used the two op-amps and three resistors now. So we'll add three resistors. This VDC, four resistors, VDC, ground. Even for this, we require VDC. So we need to connect the potentials across these. So we'll use all those and V sign here. Okay. Now I'll just load a resistance. So three resistance across the input, one resistance across the output, then VDC. So VDC, one for providing VCC and two for biasing of this, two for biasing of this, then ground. So ground, earth. So one for this. For all these potentials, we require the ground, okay? And for this resistor also, I require a ground. So we'll just start connecting. I think only so many components. I'll just close it. So sine wave, I require it. So V sine. Be careful here. We have V pulse also. We require V sine. So choose this V sine. You also find VAC. It looks almost similar to it. Be careful when you are choosing it. One more earth is required for this. I can just copy paste also, that will work, okay? So now we'll just rotate the components. Control R. So this again rotate it. So the positive terminal has to be connected. So this ground, I'll put it here. So this negative terminal to be connected to the input here. Positive terminal to be connected to the input. So if I just do it like this, it works fine. So negative of this, positive of this. So it works fine. So now we'll just connect this circuit. I would have moved this little left. Now this, see this itself is the input, okay? It should be connected between these two terminals. So the negative of this should be connected to the ground. Now this positive to be connected, 7 should be connected to the positive of this. So I'll rotate this. So this negative terminal should be connected here. So I've rotated this as well. So this ground, I think I've moved little down. Click on this maximize. So this resistor to be connected across the load. Output of both of this together, okay? This I'll just put it somewhere here. One more ground required it. So for this, so I'll just copy paste that. So just do this connection. So this potential is done. This additional circuit is done now. But I have to complete this biasing. So the output of this should go here, even the output of this should go together, like both of this together. So you should have a dot here, bubble. So means these two are connected together. Now the voltage across this terminal should go to this positive. So between this, it should go to this negative terminal. So let me connect like this. So now if you look into your circuit, so all the connections are done. So these three resistors, this terminal connected to the positive of this terminal connected to the negative of this. So negative and positive of these two connected to the input, and the load resistance connected across the output here. So now everything is done, but the thing is we need to give the values for all these, right? So here it is, we'll give 12 volts. So even this, it's 12 volts. Biasing again, here it is 12 volts. Be careful, sometimes you do minus 12 here. Minus terminal to be connected, you have to give plus 12 only. This value 12 volts, when this value it is 12 volts. So your load resistance 1 kilo ohms, that's fine. So this input side we have computed this. So R2 R3 is equal 10 kilo ohms. R1 we have computed 40 kilo ohms. So we'll just give this value. It is 40 kilo ohms. R1 R2 is 10 kilo ohms. So all the values we have done, but we have not done anything for the input. So you have to double click on this sine wave. You have to set all these settings. So this DC, AC, everything I'll give it 0 volts. Every time when you choose it, provide the value, click on save attribute. Otherwise it will not be saved. So this AC also 0 volts. V off, I'm not giving anything, so 0 volts. V amplitude, what should be my input amplitude? As we all know, input amplitude should be greater than the threshold voltage, UTP. UTP so far we have designed only for 4 volts. So it can be given for any value. That's the intention we have chosen here, bigger value, right? So I'll just give it some 10 volts. V amplitude 10 volts. Then frequency. So what to be the frequency here? So the frequency should be very, very less. As soon as it start triggering, if you start with the next, so you will be having lot of distortion. In order to avoid that, give a very small frequency. Okay, let it be of 50 Hz. Save attribute, only so much. So rest all we are not bothering. So only these two things are very important, V amplitude and frequency. Rest all will be given as 0. So it's been done. Click on OK. Any doubts in this? Any doubts?
No.
Yeah, because you have to do this. By chance if you find any difficulty, you can ask us, we'll help you out. And you have to share your screens later, like take the screenshots of the circuit and the waveform, you have to share it later. I'll just save this. I'll just save it as a window. So what is the time now? Frequency is 50 Hz I've given. What's the time now? 1 divided by 50, because it is in terms of Hertz. We don't have any unit now. So our time is 0.02, right? If I want to convert that to milli, how much it will be? 1 pulse is equal to how much milli? Yes?
20 minutes.
Yes, 20 milli. You're going to get one complete waveform. Go to this setup analysis, enable the transient, go to the transient. So here, so in the similar way here, we don't have a capacitor here, right? But there will not be any charges here discharging, so you can just need not to do this initial. If your waveform is not proper, only then we'll think of this skipping, okay? But right now we need to concentrate on this. So one pulse 20 milliseconds, correct? So 5 pulses I need, 20 into 5, so 100 milliseconds. Be careful here. So click on OK. So now you can simulate this. Oh, we have not labeled it, right? What we need to measure? So we need to measure the output. We need to measure the input. So input, label it as V in. So it's a sine wave. Output, label it as V out. So you're going to get the pulse there. So now simulate it. Is this visible? So I displayed 5 pulses. It does not looking proper. So what I can do is, instead of 5, I'll just reduce it to some more. So let it not be 5, because in one pulse itself we are going to get 2 transitions. Let us make it less. So you can able to observe with more clarity. Is this output window visible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So for this, what is this value we need to measure? So it is very small. How can I measure this? Just click on this. So the red waveform, right? So just choose on this. Okay, red, if I just choose it, it will just marking the topper level only. Okay, just mark down this. How much? Here it is 11.614. It is VSAT. VSAT is 90% of the bias voltage. So 90% of 12 volts. So we are getting this approximately, this VSAT. But what are these threshold? So you just choose this V in only. Then we can able to mark this. Okay. This is your 4.09. So your UTP, your LTP is somewhere here. So this is 2.02. So your UTP is 4.09, LTP is 2.02. So this
Ma'am,
is,
that intersection part is there, no?
sorry,
That intersection part you are taking as UTP and LTP.
I didn't get you.
The intersection part of the red waveform and green waveform.
Red,
That
yeah,
part you are taking
intersection
as-
part of the red and green.
Okay.
So UTP and LTP. So this is input, green color, the red color one is the output. So we are measuring this input output. We also need to draw the transfer characteristics. Transfer characteristics, input versus output. Input in the x-axis, output in the y-axis. So we have to mark that. How we can mark that? In order to draw the transfer characteristics, you should go to this settings. You can make a note of this, and also this video will also be uploaded there. You can refer there. Okay, go to the plot, go to axis settings. In the axis settings, go to this x-axis, axis variable. So in the axis variable, we need x-axis to be our input. So we have to choose this V of V in. Otherwise, you can type it here. Okay, V of V in. So V of V in is the input. So it's done. So we get this waveform. You just discard this green line. So this is what the transfer characteristics. See, can you see a lot of distortion here because it is not a smooth waveform here. Because the frequency what we have chosen, still it is having a lot of distortion. You can choose little more smaller than that as well. So in order to avoid this distortion in the waveform. So here it's not exactly 2, it is because lot of distortion here. Suppose if I'm considering the first one, it is lesser than 2. If I'm considering this, it's little higher than 2. So if I'm considering the last one, just you consider this. So this is what your UTP and LTP value. Okay. So here it is like 3.98. So here if I'm considering, it is like 2.17. This is your LTP and this is your UTP. Any doubts in this? Any doubts?
Ma'am, how to plot this graph?
Sorry,
How did you plot this graph?
how to?
Plot this graph, ma'am.